Welcome to The Circle. But you find that a lot of times the women is in charge, and especially in Black and African cultures, where a lot of times the mom, you're raised by single mothers, and you find that these men still go out and not see the woman as, you know, as someone of importance, because now we're coming to an era where, okay, we're kind of done, especially in South Africa, we're kind of done with the, so almost, not kind of done, but almost done with the racism issue. Now we have to deal with the sexism and things of that nature. So how do we, as a culture, evolve to understanding that women are not always going to cook and clean?
I think it's liberal women that need to deal with an issue of sexism. I feel like a lot of women, especially in the corporate space, feel like they are, you know, being backed towards a corner. You know, they get into a meeting and they say they have an idea. They feel like if anybody asks a question, it's like you're questioning my authority, you're questioning whether I even know what I'm talking about. It's like I'm a blonde or whatever. So I think that's a very sort of sex-driven challenge. I mean, racism is definitely not done, but I hear what you mean. I mean, as a phase, it is a bit more, you know.
Hey, you know, it's so weird what you want, because now look, when I say women, I have certain things that I want to do for them. That's a biological urge. That's why I said it's in my DNA. I want to do this for my children.
Like what?
No, like I'll take care of you.
That's biological.
Yes, it is. It's in me. Actually, it's in me. Because if I don't
make
do
more money. Buy the house is biological. Here's
the thing. Because if you want me to remove that, what are you? Are you like you're female? And there's certain things that it means something if I say you're female. I'm gonna do certain things to you. I expect certain that are female. So if you want us to take away that, what are we? I can't take away that female way that I see you. Then what I'm gonna do with another partner, a partner, financial partner, an economic partner. Then we in a partnership, and I don't want that.
Now,
isn't that romanticism dead?
Let me have here's a quick question. What happens in a household where none of us do the cooking and the cleaning? We have a maid or someone to assist. What is my role then? And especially now with the spectrum that sexuality has become, it's not just for men and women. There's same-sex couples. You know what I mean? Why is our sexuality put in such a box? And how do we evolve from that as Africans to say, okay, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I always have to wear a skirt, you know, and all those things, and I have to cook and clean for you. And I want to make this example. If any of you ladies have had your Lobola negotiations, have you had that experience? Okay, well I have. I'll make an example for you. When you now come to the point where your family comes to you and says, oh, you're now embarking on a new journey, this is your role, and they tell you these things and you're just sitting there like, what do you mean? Oh, you have to cook for him, you have to care for him. And yes, this is being said to women in 2017, right?
Bridal showers,
right. So I mean, but we're saying we're not there anymore, and you might not be able to say that freely to your parent or your aunt. We're just not. Like I said, what happens in a situation where you have a maid? What is my role?
Are you making the assumption that we don't have similar discussions when we have our Lobola negotiations?
This is why we're here, to hear what it is.
We also told certain things that we should be, i.e. I should protect you. You should never be hungry under my roof. These are the things that we are taught as men. I am a provider, religious and cultural otherwise. I am born that way. If there's a little noise that happens at the door, I don't even flinch like,
let the spider get in the house.
Right? The roles are clearly defined.
Oh, that's different.
There are exceptions. I feel like you're an exception as well.
To the nuances that we forget. Look, God gave man more muscles. More muscles so they could lift stuff, they could carry stuff. I get what he's saying by it being biological. Look, I don't mean to sound sexist, right? First of all, I think racism will never die. But in terms of the role men and women play in a relationship or in a household, I think those are pretty much defined. We change them a bit as society evolves. You know, men can cook and all of that, which is great, right? I think I encourage it. I feel like as an adult, you should know how to cook, whether you're a man or female.
Right. How do you survive?
But like Drew is saying, like his job, his priority is to protect his woman and his household. That's what he's taught as a man. Now you can't dispute that. That's a man's job, right? Like it's good and well if 5 guys break in your house and be like, give me everything you have. You're gonna look at your man, you're like, babe, do something, right? Because that's his job.
And for
Am I wrong?
My mother owns the firearm in our household. You see how the generation is changing, and we're trying to find where's your mind going? You know, are you guys going to be comfortable? And this is when we come back to saying, oh, black women are, you know, unreasonable, or, you know, and all those things.
It touches multi-senses. Like I've always grown in a household where if there's a warm cooked meal, it's a smell thing, but it's a motherly thing as well. It's a man can cook. These cooks are probably men, I think. So I've heard. No. So I've heard. But I make that link.
There's patriarchy in all professions, including with chefs. It's a woman's job until it becomes professional and prestigious. Then all the chefs are men.
Look, I think we're looking at a cross-section of society. I want to speak, you know, I try to generalize a lot on these conversations with the mindfulness that I'm representing a lot of the rural areas. So when I speak, I'm speaking kind of on behalf of some of my people. All of those people, you know, there's that shift. There's a huge shift from thinking that, you know, we're now in a future 21st century, 2017 year. But in a whole bunch of, especially Africa, I mean, if you get out of South Africa, it's even worse. The culture is like at a standstill. It's like you travel back in time. Go to Botswana, go to Swaziland, go to Mozambique and Lesotho. It's completely a time travel. So on the majority, you know, you're still going to find this patriarchal stuff going on. And it's for us now to kind of find that middle ground. I think most of our family settings are allowing it. You know, some of our grandparents now understand a bit of English and what's going on with this cultural new metamorphosis, because we're getting to a new culture again, I suppose.
My next question then, I mean, with, like we say, everything evolving, and I think the women's voice also becoming a little bit more prominent, you know what I mean, and out there, who's more sensitive? Is it the ladies? Is it the women? Because we've kind of had we've had the role of being sit down and keep quiet, and now that we're speaking, the male ego is at, being attacked, and people feel like your role is a little different. If a woman speaks up more, she makes more, she does different things, you know, who's more sensitive?
In this crazy world.